everybody, this is Tina with Artzology Designs, and I'm here today with a continuation of our little paper bag journal. What we call it, a file folder bag journal. I don't remember what I put on the title, so I'll have to go back and look. Anyway, guys, I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to clear up something with you guys. I want to first of all thank you for all of your well wishes, and I guess somewhere in my last video I had mentioned that I was sick, and I had edited out what actually was wrong with me. I had taken the second shingle shot, and for like 3 days I had really bad vertigo, sick to my stomach, literally couldn't get out of bed. I mean, 3 days worth of that. And, you know, it just kind of set me back because I wasn't planning on being sick for those 3 days. And I've got a lot of things going on. It wasn't horrible, but it was kind of unexpected. I know, you know, the first shot I took, I felt bad for kind of just under the weather a little bit. And I knew that was a possibility the second time, but that vertigo, I couldn't even walk 5 feet without feeling like I was going to pass out. So anyway, that went on for 3 days. So I'm all better. Thank you very much for all your comments. And I guess I didn't realize I had edited out what I actually was sick about. And then later on I said I was sick for 3 days. So anyway, I just wanted to clear that out. So I hope all of y'all are doing well. You know, it's not fun being sick. That's all I got to say. So, I'm not that good at it. We are going to be covering decorating our little file folder and decorating the bag. And we're going to try and get our actual journal made that's going to go in here with it. That's a lot to cover. So I'm going to do my best to keep it at an hour or close to it. I know I say that and I never do, but I try. So, you know, if it's too much, I guess you guys just speed through it, okay? And, you know, I do it real time, so I'm making decisions as we go. All right, so anyway, I thought the first thing we would do is go ahead and make our actual journal. And that way, after that, we'll do all the decorating. And hopefully we'll get it done pretty quick. I have a lot of options out here. I did want to show you, I went ahead and sewed on this side. Remember I said to sew it shut and on the bottom. And that keeps it on my file folder. It keeps it where it's nice and sturdy, okay? And then I sewed around the top the file folder, okay? So you do the top first, and I did the second layer too, because everything's all opened up, so it's easy to do it then. And then I did the side and then the bottom. I didn't do this side. You could for decorating, but it's getting kind of thick right there, so it might be kind of tough. All right, and then on the bag, I sewed, and I only sewed up to this very bottom part because you can't really get in there, and I did kind of a sloppy stitch on both of these here, and then I did it on the other side. I didn't go across the top, but I just did there. And the other thing too is before you put this together, before you put on each element, you could sew there just for decoration, but these were, you know, practical reasons and a little decorating. So anyway, we'll do that in a minute, but right now I want to work on the cover. And I did want to show you guys, because I had some people ask me, the papers that I was using on all of that is this Old World Winter. And I think it's a Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. Oh, it's the Paper Studio, so it's a Hobby Lobby. And it has a lot of really neat papers in it, and it's a pretty good weight. It's not really heavy cardstock, but it has, like I was saying before, kind of a rough texture film, and so it's a good weight to do what we did on our paper back. So anyway, that is that, okay? And on our cover, we're going to use 2 of the papers that were in there. Now, these are not the coffee dyed ones. These are just some that, and there was really no reason for me to use those coffee dyed ones other than I had them, because I had done that. I probably wasted the coffee dyed part of it, but anyway, I am going to use these. I want to use this as the outside of the cover, and this came in there, and it's not quite, it's kind of like the one we had before, and that will be the outside. I'm not going to fold it yet because, and then I'm going to use this green on the inside because I think that'll look good, and I think the 2 of those together will be a nice weight, okay? We are going to reinforce it a little bit. I'm going to use this green, this is vintage cotton fabric that I have, and I'm going to put that on the back also, on the spine, okay? And I'm going to sew that on, and then on top of that, remember I told you we had all of our laces and trims and stuff. I'll be putting that on there too, but I'm going to put that on last to kind of cover our stitches, our threads, okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take these 2 pieces and glue them together, and I guess I'll just use my 3-in-1 glue. No, you know what? I think I'll just use my art glitter glue. I just need something that dries quick because we are going to be sewing this. So, and I like to do both. I just don't want my I want it to dry fast enough because I'm going to sew it, and I don't want it to gunk up my machine. Okay, so I'm going to take that, and the green doesn't really matter. It doesn't really have an orientation, but this does. And I always try and match the corners on the bottom, and that usually gets us a nice straight, a little crooked. You have a tiny little window on the art glitter glue, not very big, but a little bit of one. I don't like to really use a dry adhesive so much because I think like a glue gun or whatever, just because I think it, I don't know, they just seem to separate at some point. Okay, so I've done that. Okay. And now I'm gonna go ahead and fold it. I didn't want to do it beforehand. And just kind of match it up so we have a nice even. Where's my bone folder? You can never find your bone folder when you need it. And then other times it just seems like it's laying there all the time. Okay, so that goes there. And we've got it nice, and I've got a bubble right there. Oh, now I'll get that out. Okay, there we go. Bubble's gone. I should have done that anyway. Okay. All right. And I am going to round the corners on this. Where's my round here? I'm going to use the 1/2 inch. So, just because I think it'll look a little bit nicer. And we do have a little white showing there, but that's okay because we're going to ink it all up. I'm not going to do that yet. Okay, then I'm going to take my material, and I'm just going to kind of go probably about 1 inch this way and 1 inch this way. So maybe 2 inches, and I'm guesstimating. And I am going to tear this. So let me get my scissor here. I'm going to go, let's see, probably about right here. Okay, and then I think I'm going to tear it a little bit on this side just so it has that same frayed edge, if it'll go down. There we go. All right, let's see if that's about the right amount. And then I'll do the length in just a second. Just want to make sure that that's not too big. It might be a little bit. It might be just a little bit. Let me cut this side a bit. And always save these pieces. When you're making tags and things like that, these always work really well. So anyway, let me put this on here. I think that's better size. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so then I'm going to figure out where I want to tear this, which is about right. There we go. And I'm purposely, you know, tearing it to get that frayed look. Okay. Now I'm also going to take some of this little, not gauze, but I will be using that in here, but this is kind of like a cheesecloth type of material, and I want to take a little bit of that. Let's see, maybe if I do it right here, that'll be good. And I tear it because I want it frayed, okay? And I'm going to take that. I'm going to put, let me see if that'll be enough. I think so. I'll do the other side. I think it's frayed more, so I'll do that. And I kind of want that. It's going to stick out the top a little. And then I'll do it on the bottom. I think I'll use my 3-in-1 for that. And that is going to go just right here. And I can make it shorter so it doesn't have to be as long. But I'm just going to do it right there. And if I decide I want it shorter later, I can always go back in and do it. And then this side is going to go right there. And this is just to kind of give it a little bit more of a shabby look. You know, I wouldn't really call this grunge. I would probably call it a little bit more shabby, okay? But not like a pink, you know, pastel type shabby, but more of a been around for a while. Okay, so then I'm going to take this. Yeah, that's perfect right there. And I'm going to put glue on this so I don't overdo my mark there. And I am going to, and this, what this will do, it's going to do two things. And if you wanted to put Tyvek in here also, you can. I'm not going to. I think the material will be fine. I mean, this is when you would do it. I guess we could do it real quick, huh? Just put a piece in there so you guys can see. I don't normally on a one signature journal like this because I think the material is enough. But you could put, instead of, ooh, let me see if I can get it real quick. Here it is. It's in here somewhere. I've got a whole thing full of stuff in here and I can't really see what I'm looking for. Huh, I wonder where that went to. probably put it in the wrong spot. Hold on just a second, guys. Let me get it. Okay, hopefully that's still wet. Just take a piece of Tyvek. Yeah, that would be good. And I'm just going to cut it. I'm eyeballing it. And this is when you would do that. And this, you know, it just reinforces it. You could use even another piece of material would work, really. And just put that, I don't want it too wide. I'm making it a little less wide than the material. And I'm just going to put that, move it up a tiny bit so it's kind of in between. You want it to go where you're going to be sewing in your signature, because that's the whole point of reinforcing it. And now let's put some glue over this. So this way, guys, you're reinforcing it, and you probably should do that. I'm just saying most of the time I don't do that because I'm already putting the material in there and it's just one signature. So okay, so now I could take that and kind of spread it out a little bit so it doesn't clunk anywhere, but you're probably not going to see it through all that. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to take, and I'm just eyeballing it. I'm going to go, you know, halfway. Make sure that's on the bottom. Okay. And then I'm just going to fold it over. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Let me see. Make sure it's straight. Okay. And you do have a little bit of time with your glue. And there's a little bit of the gauze sticking out here, but that's okay. I like that. That's fine. That just adds to our look. And I'm just going to kind of keep doing that, get it all smushed down. All right. Maybe go like that. I'm going to get a little glue there, see if I can get that off before it dries. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Oop. Oh, of course I dropped my bone folder. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are ready for our pages, okay? Because this is going to dry rather quickly. I am going to sew around this, okay? And I'll just put us, kind of stop the video and do that real quick. I'm not going to make y'all wait while I do that. But I kind of want to go over what we're going to do with our pages while this is drying a tiny bit. Okay, so what I picked out for our pages, what did I do with the rest of the pages? Did I put them up there? Well, I thought I was organized, but I guess I'm not. I must have put them up here. Huh. Okay. Oh, there they are. Okay. So what I'm going to do for my pages, I want to show you this kit. And it's from My Porch Prints. Oh, it's not printed. Oh, here it is. I thought it was printed on there. This is called Artzology, and this is all one kit. And I picked it because it has a lot of ephemera and things to put in it. And when you do this bag and the folder and everything, you're going to have a lot of little pockets to fill. So this will help you with that if you want to use this. But I would pick one that has a lot of that because you're going to have to fill it all. So anyway, let me kind of show you what's in it. This is the whole thing. I'm not using all of this right now for the pages, but it's really a beautiful. here's one page. I'll be using that. And these colors go really good with that. So if you want to see, look. See, they match really well. Get it upside down. But, you know, I just thought that the style and everything went really well with it. So anyway, let me just go through them real quick. That way you can see if you want to use that. I always like to see the whole thing, you know, when somebody uses it. Because I know most people don't use all the pages. But, and then here's the pages I'm not going to use. For no other reason than I'm not putting this, isn't that beautiful? But I'm not using it in there. I will use it at another time, I promise. They're gorgeous. Okay. So those are the actual pages. And this is all one kit. It's not a kit and an add-on. So it's a pretty good deal. And that's My Porch Prints. And then this comes with it. That comes with it. Pretty cool. Right? But trust me, you're going to need all of this just to, and then some. It's got folders and an envelope. Just to, you know, fill that up because you've got a lot going on with all those pieces. But that's what makes it kind of a fun. You've got all your extra pieces that you have, and then this is what I'm going to actually use in the journal. So anyway, and I put just a few of these other pages in there because we're going to put pockets and things. And I did not do the other side. I always print on parchment paper, and I do it on a ivory color, which is kind of muted, and then the other side I usually stamp with my little stamp. So I'll probably, a lot of times I do it before I put it together, but this time I'll do it after. I'm going to do the decorating after because I'm not going to do a lot of sewing on this. Just because this is supposed to be a quick and easy. And, you know, if you want to, fine. I'm just saying, you know, we're going to make it, I'm not going to say no sewing, but not a lot, okay? So anyway, I'm going to use those pages, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages that I'm using, okay? And then I have this stack over here. Okay, this is just, I have some coffee dyed paper, some vellum, white vellum, red vellum, just some paper made to look old, some music paper, some wine dyed paper, more coffee dyed paper, and some tea dyed paper with lines in it. And then I have, these are just the coffee dyed offshoots, extra scraps that we're going to put in there. And just to give it some, you know, variance. And then I have a couple of envelopes that I'm going to include in there. Okay, so that is pretty much all that we're going to put in there. So, and we're doing one signature. And so let's see, that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And that's about what I don't like to do more than 20 pages in a one signature journal. And this will work. I think this will work. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And I'm not going to decorate the pages before I put it in the journal. So I'm going to go ahead and sew around it and fold everything, get it ready to put in, and then we'll go ahead and sew in the signature and go ahead and get moving on all the decorating after that, because that's really all we have left, right? So anyway, I will be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and I sewed around my cover, inked around it, and And then I got my pages ready to go in. So all I did is I alternated my pages, you know, pretty much how I wanted them to be in my journal. Okay, we've done that before. And I'm going to go ahead and sew this in. And I'm going to go ahead and do that just because I know there's a lot of people that like to see that part that are new. So hopefully we'll have time to get everything done. All right, so I hope everybody is getting all their Christmas stuff done. Oh, I just dropped that. Let's get another one. I really like to, well, maybe I'll use my clamps. That might work better. They might work better. Here we go. Well, that might go down. Hold on just a second here. See, I don't ever put more than like 20 pages in here because I really like it to be, you know, around 15, but when I do a one signature journal, a lot of times I'll do 20 pages. So I'll go ahead and sneak in a few extras, but I just keep feeling like that needs to go down there. I think I'm not going to worry about the middle and use the clamp because I feel like I can get it to go down. You want to get it as tight to the bottom as you can because that's what makes your pages not droop out, pop out, okay? And you can kind of feel it. I think I'll do that. Yeah, that's better. And then I'll just put this on to hold that middle piece in. All right, so I got that in there pretty good. Looks a little weird on top. Let's see. There we go. I guess these pages are just a little bit smaller than the other one I have in there, but that's okay. It's going to be kind of rustic. So, and I'm just using, this is just a little bit darker wax for, it's not dark, it's just kind of a beigey color. I didn't want to use the off-white as much. And I'm gonna just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and honestly I'm not gonna have these hanging probably or having any charms or anything like that. This is going to be a pretty simple journal. I am going to put a few of the pockets and things that came in the kit on it, but I'm not going to do a lot of decorating. And I use my paper clip. It always helps me because I would pull it through. I just tie it once, okay? Get that guy to stay in the middle. Okay, and then I'm just, rather than make a template, because I only have one signature, I'm going to just punch holes in it. And I'm just eyeballing it. And I don't put mine in a cradle or anything, I just hold it. And I hold this down as far as I can go. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I hope you can. I just go pretty much in the middle. There we go. And I kind of keep it tight. And go right, it goes right up through the middle. You want to make sure you're right there. So that's the middle. And I always start with the middle. I don't know why, you don't have to, but I do. And then I'm going to go up about 1 inch from the top. So you won't get that in there, but it'll get in the string. So I'm eyeballing that, and I'm doing the same thing. Through the back, you want to make sure you get in there, not to the side. Hold it down. That keeps you from going to the side if you hold it down. So, oh, that middle one moved. I'm going to have to reline it up. Okay, there we go. All right. So now we're just going to take our needle and thread, and I always start in the middle, and I still hold it down because that helps me. Oh, I didn't get it in here. I forgot we're doing one. That's the cover. So I'm going to put this in my cover, okay, and I'm just going to eyeball it to make sure that nothing's sticking out the top or the bottom, okay, and I'm going to put my clamps in there. I just do one on each side. Make sure that's going in nice and tight. And then I'm going to punch a hole right through there, just right where I've already made the holes. The only thing this thing may have moved, so, okay, that's right. Okay, good. So that is going to go right there. And that is my middle hole. That's in. And you could just like do it with your needle, but this makes it easier. I'm going to do the last one, and I'm just going through the holes I already have that I did in the signature. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to take my needle and thread and go right through the middle. This thing keeps moving, so it's making it kind of difficult. There we go. So that goes through the middle. We're not doing anything fancy like adding buttons or anything like that. So, and then this is going to go through the back. Hold it. Okay, let's make sure we got that in the right spot. Okay. And you can go the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. You just need to knot. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to go pull that thread through. Now that I've done the middle and the top or the bottom, I'm going to go through all the way to the top or the bottom, depending upon where you did the first one, and put it through. Okay. And then the only tricky part is going through the middle, and you're just going to make sure that you do not split the string that's in there. Okay. And the only one, I think this top thing moved, so we gotta just put that on there so it keeps coming off because it's not clamped down. Okay. So just make sure you're not splitting that what do you call it? String that's already in there. And I always take, well, this one wants to tighten up, of course. Usually it just slides right off, but okay, so then while I do, take those off. And there's really, oh, I better make sure. Oh, look what I did, guys. I did the orientation upside down. Okay, well, I'm going to stop the camera because I don't want to overdo this again and put it in right. But that is how you do it, except you pay attention. See, this has an orientation on it, and then I did this upside down. Otherwise, it's put in there great. Okay, so I'm going to stop the camera, and we'll come back and do it. Okay? So sorry, guys. Now we're back, and I got it in the right way. So I could have just cut that out and started over, but you know what? I want everyone to see my mistakes because we all make them, and especially the beginning people, it's an easy fix. You just pull out your threads and you start over. And the one thing you have to realize, because we didn't make a template, your holes will be off a little bit. So when you put them in, you're going to be punching new holes through the back, and your material, they will, you know, like, see, here's my original one here. You won't be able to see that later on this, so it's not going to make any difference. The other thing too is the hole in the middle here got a little big, so I put some washi tape in here on the front, and it looks fine. And actually, we're going to be adding washi tape to this journal later. Okay, so anyway, I am done with this, and what I do is I make sure one of these is on one side and I loop it around, and I kind of loop it, and you'll see why in a minute, because I use the leverage of it. And then I put this under here, and well, it could be shorter, that would help it. Okay, then loop it around. And the reason I do that is I twist it opposite directions, and that pulls the threads tight. You don't want to do them too tight, but you want to do them to where I like them, you know, nice and tight, where my signatures are not wobbly in there. And I'm just going to tie a knot on this, and I always do a double knot. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut that and leave it, and people can do what they want with it. And I always put a dab of art glitter glue right on the knot, and that is just a tiny, tiny dab, and that is just to make sure that that knot doesn't ever slip. And you probably don't have to do that, but I just do it, you know, protection. Okay, so there is our journal, and this journal is going to be able to fit. Let me get everything. I'll show you how it works. You can put it in here if you want to. It fits right in there. Okay, that's why you used a legal size file folder. Or you can put it with this. You could put tags in there and then put that in here like that. Okay, or you can put it, you know, go like that and have them both in there. I mean, that's up to you how you want to do it, but it's, you know, if you fill your folder up and it gets too fat to put in there, you don't have to put it in there. But, you know, either way, I think it's a really cool gift to give somebody. But anyway, we're going to do a little of the decorating because we've got a little time to do that. And let's go ahead. Let me see, what was I going to use up here? This is what I decided I wanted to use on the cover of the journal. Let me move that. And as our focal point, I have this. Again, let's not do it upside down, okay? All right. I'm just going to show you really quick how cute these papers look in here. I mean, they go really well with this journal. And this is really, I'm going to put the pockets and things that came with it in there, and I'll do like a flip through of it when it ends. But I'm not going to put a ton of them in there, okay? And I am going to do something with this envelope, the other side of it and everything, but I just love the grunginess of that. And I will be doing something with the back of these pages. But anyway, I just think it's a nice little gift to add with that. And this didn't take any time at all. You know, even with me having to take the pages out. So this is easy to put in there with that, is what I'm saying. Okay, and then this, what I'm going to do, let's just do that real quick. I'm going to cut that out. Actually, I really would rather tear it, but I've already cut it. Oh gosh, well, let me see. Maybe I'll just rough it up. It's probably too late to tear it there because I went too close. I have to hand tear that. Anyway, I got this image a long time ago. I bought some stuff, and it was, I don't know, a package of different images. And I think it was, oh gosh, maybe from Germany or something, but I don't have the original thing that it came in, and I can't remember where I got it, but I do know they have similar images out there. I've seen them. I'm going to cut that a little bit smaller. Okay, let's see if I can do this one. Get it right. It's hard when you it on the, hardly any of it on there. Okay, there we go. So that's kind of how I want it. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, of course we have to ink it up. That has a little bit too much white showing on there, even though we're going to ink it. Oh, well, that's okay. I don't want to cut it with my scissors. I don't want the Christmas to come off of there. There we go. All right. Got that. I'm going to ink it up. So anyways, I did have my 3 days of being completely stuck in bed because I couldn't even walk hardly anywhere. So I even tried to come work in my craft room and do some other stuff, but I couldn't even sit there long enough to do it. So I think I do want to put like maybe some music paper or book page, or let me see what I got up here. I do have old book page. Put a little bit of that, and then do I want this or do I want gauze? I have a bunch of stuff sitting over here in a basket. I've got these I kind of wanted to put on there. And I got these from the Paper Studio last year, after Christmas. I always go after Christmas and just whatever I can get, I can get. Let's see. I wanted to put a couple of those on there, maybe on this side, and then maybe, I don't know. There's different sizes in here. I guess the white ones are smaller. I don't know. Let me see. Well, let's just do the other parts first, and then I'll put them on there. Okay, so what happened to the gauze that I just colored? I thought I put it, here it is. Do I want that, or do I want that other stuff? Let's see. I just did more of this because it, you know, I'm always using this. But I use that other stuff too, that's a tighter weave sometimes. But do we want to do that and put that behind there, and then maybe put some music paper? All right, let me do the side first. That way it'll help me think about what I'm going to do. Okay, so on this side right here, I'm getting so many things on here. I'm going to put some of this vintage stuff that I have. And I think what I'm going to do, let me cut that out. I was going to cut one of these out anyway, because I want to use it on the front. But I want something going down here. Maybe I'll put this on there. I want it to cover the, yeah, that would work right there. And I'm doing this fairly fast. You guys, oh, this is very old, so it doesn't tear all that well. I like it, you know, shredded, but it just doesn't tear super well. And I want that kind of layered on there with something else. I don't know, do we want that on there with it maybe? Let me just, I like to tear when I can, but it doesn't always work because some of this stuff is really, really old and it doesn't tear all that well. So, okay, let's see. If I put that on there, and then I put that, a little bit of that on with it, Now I want to put my tie on there. So I was going to go ahead and use Sari Silk. Let me get that out real quick. I also need my eyelash trim, so I also have this. I don't know if it would work. Is it too orange? Yeah, it kind of is. Kind of is. All right. Oh gosh, my Sari Silk is always a mess. I thought I put some on a thing, but I guess I didn't. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put that, make sure that's long enough. It should be, I would think. Right? That's going to go there. Okay. All right. Let's do that. We could do, that's going to go around the back. All right, let's see where it has to be. I hate it has these little things that tie it together like that, but that's just how it comes. All right, let's see here. That's about right. Okay. I really don't want that on there because I think it's going to tear. Let me see if I can find another piece that will work. That doesn't have that thing right in the middle of it. Oh, here's a good one. All right. Okay, so this is going to go maybe right here. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work, that'll work, that'll work. Okay, well, we could go the other way. And that goes here. And that goes here. And then, okay, good. So that way I can take the part that is sewn together and put it here, and that reinforces it. So, all right, so we're gonna do that and put our glue down. Oh, the glue not shut. Okay, so we'll put our glue down right here. Somewhat in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna put that down. I'm also going to take this and put it down. And I really like to glue this because I don't like it coming through there. So I'm going to take, which side is the right side? Okay, I'm going to take glue and kind of put it through here. And that way the parts that are, you know, not going to show through as easily. I'm going to do that. And of course, this is going to be layered also, but put a few dots in here. Do that, kind of. Okay, so that is going to go right over this. Okay. And kind of put it on. Yeah, that's about halfway. You get a wipe. You sponge down on the little pieces here. It's just not as shiny. Okay, plus you get the extra glue off. Get it off your hands too. Okay, so that goes there. And then, do I want to put some of this on top of it? If I grunge it up a little bit, maybe, yeah. It needs a little color to it. Let's see, where's my... I have all these different colors up here, so I think I'm going to take this one and take about half of this How much do I need? Probably about half. And I like the contrasting color, but I just want it a little darker. There we go. This is just some alcohol ink that I have in a bottle, and I use it for these things. So see how it looks a little bit darker. So then I can put that on there. Even though this is real vintage, you know, stuff, I want it to all kind of have a supery, vintagey, kind of shabby look. All right, so I'm going to take glue and do the same thing on this. Put a little bit in the little spots. Hopefully it doesn't all show through. And I'm not cutting a perfect piece because I want it to look shabby. And put that on there. And then plus it further reinforces the tie. Okay. And we'll cut that off in a minute. Okay, so we're going to let that dry and have to decide. I probably should have got this out earlier, but let me see. I think I'm going to look at some music paper on there because I think that would probably look better. Here we go. Do I want big music paper, little music paper? This music paper is so crumbly. I have to, you know, I really have to use it for stuff like this because it won't work any other way. Okay, so let me just do, I mean, it really crumbles. Oh, that's another thing. I'm going to try on Fridays. I won't always be able to do it, but I'm going to try to do a thing that I want to call just Fun Friday, where we just do just kind of a craft with me, fun stuff, hang out together. I wonder if it'll look better that way. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. Go down a little bit. Yeah, yep. Okay, and then we want to probably put my cheesecloth behind there that I've now lost. That's what happens when I do stuff. When I'm by myself, this place, honestly, okay, I had cheesecloth. I don't know where it went to. Maybe it fell on the ground. Nope, I don't know. I don't know where it went. Could be buried under here somewhere. It probably is. Oh gosh. Okay. Shoot. I really wanted to put that on there. I guess I could put, oh, here it is right here. It's blending in with everything else. Okay. Alrighty, let me get a piece and put that on there. And I always cut it off bigger than I need. That's why I go through it pretty quick. And just kind of see how I want it. I don't want it to go all the way through. And I usually do it bigger than I need it, and then I cut it later. Okay, so I think I'm going to do just like that. And leave that down there. Okay, so now I got to glue everything on the way I want it. And I probably, let me use my art glitter glue for this. And I don't know, do I want to? Maybe I'll do it. I'll do a little bit. This is so crumbly that if I do the edges, I'm afraid it's going to fall apart. Okay. I did the wrong side. And that little string's driving me crazy. So anyway, I was thinking on Fridays, I'm just going to call it Fun Friday, and I'm just going to do whatever it is I feel like doing. So, and just kind of do like a little craft with me and chit chat and do whatever I'm going to do. I think this Friday, I'm going to do some tags. Or I might do something else as a surprise. to do with your scraps, but we shall see. I am not 100% positive yet. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. Okay, so then I'm going to put that on there. Okay. Put that right here. And I will cut this off more after I get it on there, but I usually never do that until I get this on. So I'm going to put that on. And on this, I'm using my 3-in-1 glue because I've got the gauze underneath and it'll hold it down better. I don't know if I want it to go all the way across there. I just want it kind of hanging out a little bit. Okay. There we go. I do want more on this side though. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's better. That's closer to what I want. Okay. All right. Yeah. I know it looks like a hot mess, but it'll look better when we get done, I promise. Okay, and then this. I'm gonna do this. Okay. There's too much right there. I'm gonna cut that. All right. See, I usually cut off most of it after I get done. So, all right, then I'm going to take some of these. I don't know where I'm going to put them. Let's see. I don't know if I might want to put one up here. And then maybe put, where'd the other red one go? A couple of them down here. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm not going to think about it too much. And I am going to ink these up a little bit because they look too new. We don't want them to look new. This is a real old journal, right? And the little gold things in the middle. And the white, we're going to do the white very lightly because we don't want it to look too grungy. I'm really saying this is, oh, this doesn't have the little green things on it, so I've got to do that. It's defective. I'll use it somewhere else, but not right here. Okay, so we're going to do that. And I'm going to put one. I don't want to cover the words. That needs more glue right there anyway. Okay. So we're going to put one right here. Okay. And then I'm going to put one right here. And right here, kind of like that. All right. There we go. Oops. Well, I guess that's where the other one's going to go then. And we're going to go right there. Tilt it just a little bit further down. Like I said, you guys take your time. You get it right. Okay. Okay, so that is going to go right here. Okay, so there is the cover of our journal, and look how quick we did that. Okay. That is a sweet, cute little journal. And you could definitely put more lace and trim and whatever else you want on there. I'm going quick, guys. And when I do my little flip through, when I add my stuff to it, you'll see I will probably add things to it. It's still long, isn't it? So we're going to have to cut those off. Don't worry, I'll use those pieces. I always do. Okay, so then that's kind of it. I mean, I think that's kind of cute. All right, so now let's get to the other part. We still have, oh, maybe about 5 minutes. So we're not going to get a lot done, but we can do some. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take some of my other lace and trim and things like that and do some things here. And this is what I consider the front. Now remember, you're going to have tags and everything else in there, but I kind of want to put something up here. And I cut out that little piece of doily. And I want to go ahead and put trim kind of on these other sections. But I really don't want to be super, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Just super, super perfect about it, I guess is how to say it. I've got these little pieces here. Put that down here a little bit, right? Put that there. And I'm looking for variations in color too. I'm not just doing, you know, I want to be able to have different color in there. So, and I love ripping this stuff because it leaves these little shreds. So maybe I'll put that up there. And it doesn't matter if it goes all the way across perfectly because that's what makes it look good. And then we'll put that there. Then where did that white piece go that I dyed earlier? I don't know what happened to it. I thought I put it aside. Oh well. Maybe put that over here. Now, if you want yours more structured and perfect, you know, you can do that. I'm purposely trying not to do that, so here it is. I guess I didn't dye it. Oh well, that's okay. That is okay. I think I'm going to put that there. And then I may put that up there. And I have this one, it's a little darker. Let me put that there and put this on there. And then I need a button. I was going to put a button on there. I forgot. That's another thing, guys. Don't forget about your buttons. Buttons are beautiful. Okay, there's the perfect button right there. Oh, no, I don't like it. I changed my mind. Not perfect. Not perfect. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys too, we're getting to our next giveaway. Will probably be this week because we're getting enough new subscribers, and I want to thank all the people that have hung in there with me, and definitely welcome all the people that have just signed up. So yeah, I like that. I like to put a string in it though, guys. It just bugs me for it not to be. So you know those little pieces of the wax thread? I always save them because it's so easy to thread those through there. And then I just use those and I tie it just one time. So I have like a little jar over here, but this one's just laying here from when we did our journal. So I might as well use it, right? So I'm probably going to go over a little bit because it's going to take a little time and I don't want to just do a whole nother video. I am going to show you guys my completed version of this, but I do want to kind of do this part a little bit. So, you know, I guess if you get tired of watching, you can always turn it off. So I don't know what else to tell you. I think I'm going to put that there, that up there. I think that's it. That's all I'm going to do on the front. Now on the back, I'm not sure. I'm going to kind of look at it and see if I want to mess with that. I may put that over here a little bit, right? I want another piece on top of that, but I don't know for sure what I want. I don't know what I want. And I like to rough it up a little bit to where the strings are hanging out and stuff like that. And then walnut stain's a little dark. This is where vintage photo works better for this stuff. So this is where you want to take your vintage photo and just kind of mess with it. I think this has a darker color on there with it. Maybe put that there or over here or over here, just to give it some. Now see, this bugs me because it's too perfect. So what am I gonna do with that? Yeah, I need to layer it with something, but I wonder if I have another piece of lace that I like that I could use, or trim. Maybe this one. This one might look better. Let's do that on that side. I think I like that. It's a little bit bigger. If I'm gonna do a whole piece, I think I like that better. Okay, so there we go. That's how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put that button there, and I may put a couple of buttons. I'm really picky about my buttons, and they have to have the thread through it, so we may not be able to put the buttons on now. I may put a few buttons up there. So anyway, I'm gonna do that for now because we don't have time to take forever. Go ahead, I'm gonna do this. And this is that one that didn't have the green in it, so we're gonna go ahead and put that down. And I do want to put a little gauze behind this too. Now I'm not really gonna decorate the back on this, but you definitely could if you wanted to. No reason why you couldn't. You know, actually, I think I'm gonna put eyelash trim in there. That's what I'm gonna put. Where's my beige? Oh gosh, guys, don't tell me. I have a little bit of beige left, but not a lot. Here we go. Okay. I always buy like the white and then just kind of make it whatever color I want, because I've ordered like stuff with beige. I'm gonna put that on the button too, I think. Did I put that in the middle? I just don't like how some of the beige colors look. They look kind of weird to me. Now, actually, I think I'm gonna put gauze there. I'm gonna just put gauze. I changed my mind. All right. I'm gonna do the same thing, put a piece bigger than I need, and then after that, I cut it. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down, and then I'm gonna put that on top of it. And we'll cut that in a second. I'm gonna put that down. All right, that goes down here. And you don't want to think too much. That's good about doing the video. It causes me to have to hurry. Get off my fingers. That would make it easier. And that is going to kind of go right, probably about right here. And I think this needs a little distressing also. You do that. Just a tiny bit, just to kind of maybe kind of rough it up a little bit. I don't want it to be too perfect. Pull that. Yeah, there we go. I just don't want it to look like it's new. That's my thing. Okay, so then that is on there, and I'm going to put that on. And I always use my 3-in-1 or fabric tack when I'm doing any kind of material or lace or whatever, because I think it holds better. Okay, so I am going to put eyelash trim on that, but I am going to do this in order. I'm going to rough this up a little bit, just a little bit, just so it looks a little, even though it is very vintage. I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. And I don't know about you guys, you know, the structure of this is already done, but, you know, and that's pretty much all I was trying to show you guys. But I love watching people decorate things just because everybody does it different. Everybody has a different take on it. And to me, it's fun. But, you know, we're already past the part where we're, you know, decorating. So, done decorating. So, I don't really, you know, blame people if they say, okay, I got what I needed. But it's all part of the process, and it's really kind of funny because you can kind of tell there's some people that just love watching the whole process, and then there's other people that are like, no, I just need to learn what I need to learn and get out of there. So you never know. I'm going to cut that a tiny bit. I do like it frayed, but not that much hanging over. And then if I can get this off of my fingers, okay, gosh, I'm going to get this on there. I think I had a smaller piece. That's too small. Jeez. All right. Okay. And on this, I'm just going to kind of go like that a little and just kind of smush it down. And hopefully, if it has too much, I always cut it off later. And then put that button right there. It's kind of a beigey button. Okay, so that's probably all I'm going to do. I might go ahead and put a few buttons across here. And then let me get that white to get this off here because it's a little shiny. I don't like that. And like I said, I may put some buttons across there. I don't know yet. I haven't quite decided, but that's kind of the look I'm going for on that. And of course, we can do the back also similar if you want to. And then on this, let's see what time we have. We got to hurry. On this, we're going to kind of do the same thing. I think this is where I'm going to put my focal point. And because all this other stuff's going to be covered, I mean, for the most part, because what you're going to do is you're going to have all your tags in there. So I think I'll take some of this. I do want to put another little round deal on there, though. I'll put this one. This one's a little different. Now, this is that big package of stuff that I bought. I wonder if this would look good. If I put a little bit of that on there. I think it's too thick. Okay. And then maybe, let's see if it'll, it didn't work. Okay. Did not work the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. This is like disintegrating. I'm going to be so sad when that's all gone because I love it. Okay, so where'd the white one go? I do want a different color in there with it. Like this one right here. All right, so there we go. I may just put that there like that. And then let's see, what other things am I going to put up there? No, I don't want to keep doing the same one. And I'll put maybe this right here or that right there. Let me do that, and then okay, so I'm going to put that there with the button. Gotta find the right button. If you let me, I'd stay here all day looking at buttons, trying to find the exact perfect one. That's too small. And I love the ones with the old string, but I've used just about all of them, so. This is my mother's and grandmother's button. Okay, that'll work, and it's got the string in it. Okay. Since we're running out of time, folks, it goes like that. Okay, and then that can go there. And then I think I'm going to put this just right here, or maybe off to the side with another piece of lace. Get right there. No, I want something bigger. Something bigger. Yeah, here we go. This will work. This will work. Maybe put that right there. Just kind of, or maybe like that, or maybe, I don't know, maybe not use that and just do that. Okay, let's get this kind of roughed up a little. Of course, you guys do not have to do it this rough or whatever. You can put your pieces on nice and straight and do whatever, but I'm going for a certain look here, so I'm gonna keep it kind of like that. And you know, I can't figure out what buttons are falling. I guess they're on my lap. I was trying to figure out how in the world are these buttons falling off of there. But there's, some of them must have spilled on my lap. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just do that, and then that'll work. And this is the, you know, you can do both sides of each one of these, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what I'm doing, which I probably will decorate both sides because it doesn't take long. It's not that hard, right? So, but I just want to give you an idea of how you could do it in a shabby way. Where are these buttons coming from? They're just falling off my lap, and I'm like, I must have spilled a bunch of them. I didn't realize it. All right. Maybe I won't put all 3 layers. I'll just do that, and that'll be good enough. I think that's good. Like that. Yeah, I think I like that better. Gotta talk to myself. I could do this all day. I love the decorating part. The building, the structure thing, I don't know. It's necessary, but I'm not real crazy about it. I really like the button part, you know, the decorating part. Oh, I forgot to put my eyelash trim in there. That's what I wanted, as it's stuck to my fingers again. Gosh. All right. Come on. Once your fingers get so sticky, you can't get anything to... Anyway, guys, you could do this relatively fast. This is not a hard project, which would make a really pretty gift. And if you don't over decorate the journal, which I'm only going to put like just some of the stuff that came in the, oh, I did that upside down. I wanted it this string part to show. What a freaking mess. Hold on. I may have to start over on this because I got it all dipped in the glue. Hang in there. I'm going to have to cut most of that off. It's a mess. Okay, that isn't going to work. That is not going to work. All right, try it again. Actually, you know what? I think I'm not going to even put a button over there. I'm going to put another one of these little poinsettias. If this, but I'm telling you, my fingers are just a mess. I think I'm going to put another one of these in there. I didn't even think about that. And I'm inking it up a little bit. I hope I'm not doing everything out of frame. Okay, there we go. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I think I did it. Okay, there we go. All right, so anyway, like I said, you could do a lot more than I did, but this is, you get the idea. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to do with this is take this and just put a little bow on the side like that, maybe, and just do something like that. You could make this a little crunchier or scrunchier or whatever you wanted to, you know, just something like that, and have it hanging down the side. And then you have your nice little bag with your journal, and then your oh, I could put a button there, okay, and then your little folder. And of course you would have all of your, you know, tags and everything will be sticking out of this, so you'll have tags all over it. I mean, everywhere, okay? So, I mean, you have to think, you're gonna have them in here too, and everywhere else. So, this is quite the gift. So anyway, guys, you know, you just have to think about how you want this to look and set your tags in there. And that's why I picked that kit, is it had a lot of really pretty tags that you could make in there, and then you make a few of your own and stick them in there. And it's, I would think this would be a wonderful gift to give somebody. And anyway, that's it. So I don't remember what I called this, our bag, file folder, whatever journal. So we got it all done, a little over time, but oh well, just fast forward. I don't know what to tell you. I did the best I could. I thought we got a lot done. Okay, take care.